San Francisco's notorious Alcatraz island now back in the headlines as the Trump administration pushes to transform it into a functioning detention center once again.
This is a terrific facility, needs a lot of work, but no one has been known to escape from Alcatraz and survive.
Who the president envisions housing at the tourist attraction, and a breakdown of how much it could cost to reopen the desolate prison.
A bill to slash $9 billion in funding for foreign aid and public broadcasting is now heading to the president's desk. Hear why the CEO of NPR says this move could affect how rural areas receive information.
A desire by the U.S. to shore up defense capabilities could lead to a stronger relationship with Ukraine. What a potential arms deal between both nations is revealing about vulnerabilities in the U.S.'s protection efforts.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, great day.
And we begin this hour with a live look at the Sundial Bridge in Redding. There was the live look there. It's 5 o'clock Friday morning, so let's not worry about it too much. I know we're all mentally getting ready to start off the weekend. Good Friday morning. I'm Carl Cook.
And I'm Christina Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us today.
Nice temperatures starting to kick the weekend. I'm not sure if you felt it yesterday, but
last night there was a breeze finally.
Yeah, it's just like one of those, it's like you look up and you're like, thank goodness. And it's going to stay that way. Good. Hopefully, we're going to keep an eye on that for you. So let's go ahead and look at your current conditions to see how your Friday is starting off this morning. And it's not too bad. Starting with the day planner, 81 degrees right now, 88 degrees later on for your Friday afternoon. And then 5 p.m. will be at 98 degrees. You notice we're not going to have those triple digits. It hopefully will stay that way. You got some clear conditions. Wind speeds are going to vary between 5 to 10 miles an hour. Not too big of a temperature increase to start off your weekend, and that's going to kind of be the message for your weekend going forward. We'll kind of check on things and see how things are shaping up for your weekend coming up.
A man is now dead and Tulare County Sheriff's deputy is hurt after a standoff in Ivanhoe. It all started around noon yesterday. The Tulare County Sheriff's Office says it received a tip that a man wanted in connection to an attempted murder was hiding at an apartment complex near Avenue 327 and Road 158. Investigators confirmed that the man was inside one of the apartments, and the Tulare County Sheriff's SWAT team was called out to help. While searching the apartment, we're told the man started shooting at detectives, forcing them to fire back and leave the apartment. Detectives say they then called a drone and found the man unresponsive. Deputies say they tried to save him, but he did not survive. We're told one deputy was hurt, but he is expected to recover. The case is now in the hands of Visalia Police Department. An update now to a story we brought to you earlier this week. A well-known Bass Lake realtor reported missing has been found murdered, and the man accused of killing him is now behind bars, facing first-degree murder charges with special circumstances. When 75-year-old Robert Bob Boyajian didn't show up for an appointment, friends immediately knew something wasn't right. After receiving calls from an employee, deputies went to his home in Bass Lake for a welfare check. They say his car was still in the garage and his Apple Watch was inside, but his phone, wallet, and all the linen from his bed were gone.
Attempted to access Mr. Boyajian's home security cameras. Investigators actually spoke to a young man who had previously done IT work for Bob. Despite those efforts, they could not get access to the cameras.
IT worker they asked for help is 21-year-old Audric Montavagian, someone Boyajian knew well. ATM footage from Clovis showed Montavagian withdrawing $1,000 using Bob's card just a day after he was last seen. Detectives served a search warrant at Montavagian's home, noting that he and his parents were cooperative before he was brought in for further questioning.
Audric repeatedly referred to Mr. Boyajian in the past tense, which raised some concern. At first, he claimed Mr. Boyajian had committed suicide. Then he changed his story, stating that Mr. Boyajian had requested that he assist him in ending his life. Ultimately, he confessed to killing Mr. Boyajian.
Montavagian said he wrapped Boyajian in bedding, used a body bag he bought online, and rented a car just days before to carry it all out. Investigators later found the body right where Montavagian said it would be, in a cave in the Mojave Desert. They also recovered Boyajian's missing phone, his wallet, and the shovel used to dig the grave, plus 2 guns in Montavagian's bedroom, one of them registered to Boyajian. Detectives say the crime was planned out well in advance. They believe the motive was a mix of personal resentments and financial gain. Montavagian is now facing first-degree murder and grand theft charges, and he is being held without bail. The investigation is still ongoing, but for now, he's the only suspect. Boyajian was known as a kind and generous man who often treated those around him like family. Investigators believe he trusted the man now accused of taking his life. Anyone with additional information is urged to contact the Madera County Sheriff's Office.
Time is now 5:05, and let's get a look at your weather maker today. Really not much going on. Satellite radar showing things are pretty clear for the most part here in the Central Valley and also for throughout the state as well. So we're going to go straight to your 3-day outlook to see how things are shaping up. Today, the high today, as we showed you earlier, is going to be 98 degrees with those clear conditions. Wind speeds will vary between that 5 to 10 mile an hour, maybe averaging around 5 miles an hour. Then we get to tomorrow for your Saturday. We do get close to those triple digits there, 99 degrees, but still some clear conditions. Wind speeds still staying in that moderate level there. And on Sunday, wind speeds will still vary 5 to 10 miles an hour. So you're going to have some decent wind speeds for your weekend, and that temperature going down to that 98 degree mark. So we'll be inching close to that triple digit there for your weekend, but we don't seem to be inching too close to it. And then your overnight lows are going to be in the 60s, 68 tonight, 67 for tomorrow, and also for Sunday, 67 degrees. So not too bad to get your weekend going. Nice cool for, as we're talking about triple digits here, so cooler in that aspect. So enjoy it and have a great weekend. But coming up next, we'll get a look at your valley highs and lows to see how the rest of the valley is shaping up for their Fridays.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt is now clarifying the president's vision for who should be housed at the infamous Alcatraz prison, as efforts to reopen the facility are reigniting.
Both American criminals who convict heinous crimes, but also illegal alien criminals before deportation as well.
Attorney General Pam Bondi toured the site yesterday alongside Interior Secretary Doug Burgum. The two would oversee the prison if the government determines it can be reestablished. Democrats have attacked the idea as expensive and cruel. Governor Gavin Newsom wasting no time in responding to the president's interest in the shuttered penitentiary, issuing a statement through his press office saying Pam Bondi will reopen Alcatraz the same day Trump lets her release the Epstein files. So never. Former Speaker of the House, Representative Nancy Pelosi, also weighed in on what she thought of the idea.
To convert it back to prison will cost billions of dollars at the same time as they are increasing the national debt to the tune of $1 trillion to give tax cuts to the richest people in America. It's just ridiculous.
Pelosi also pointed out Alcatraz is in her congressional district. San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie also criticized the Trump administration's effort, writing in a post on X, "If the federal government has billions of dollars to spend in San Francisco, we could use that funding to keep our streets safe and clean and help our economy recover." As it stands, financing the reopening of the 90-year-old prison is one of many obstacles the Trump administration is up against. It was closed 62 years ago due to the infrastructure and the high cost of housing prisoners at the facility. Alcatraz Island is no source of fresh water or a functioning sewage system for a large population. It also lacks electricity, so all water, food, and fuel has to be brought in by boat, adding to the cost of supplying and operating the facility. The old prison also had a maximum capacity of 336 prisoners, far fewer than the Trump administration is presumed to want. Finally, demolishing the old prison and expanding and rebuilding it to modern standards would, by some estimates, cost upward of $250 million and up to $100 million a year to operate once opened. During a time of tight budgets, costs like those to upgrade an old prison can be hard to justify. The careers for hundreds of employees at the Department of Education are now in limbo. How soon layoffs at the DOE are expected to begin, and the trickle-down effect the cuts could have on public schools. The White House now giving a more in-depth explanation into the Commander-in-Chief's recent medical diagnosis. What experts are saying about his condition becoming more serious.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.